Hello, and welcome to This Musical Life. Grab a cup of coffee, take a seat, and we're gonna have a comfy chat today because it's kind of gloomy outside, and yeah, it's just a day for a nice sweatshirt and to cuddle up a little bit with a cup of coffee. So today I want to talk a little bit about the cost of being in opera. First of all, we need to acknowledge that we're in a very expensive field. So you can work as hard as you want, but at some point you have to acknowledge that the things that you need to succeed in this field are expensive. One of the hardest things about being a musician or really any artist is that you kind of have to live near a hub or a big city to get jobs, to get connections for auditions. But often those cities are some of the most expensive to live in. So it's really important that you take a look at the cost of living wherever you're going to be located, because if all of your money is sucked up into rent, then you're not going to have any extraneous money to spend on the things that will help you and train you. There might be some people that just get really lucky, but the majority of us, it's going to take a good long time to build a sustainable career that's actually going to make you money. Be really good with numbers. As artists, we are generally not a fan of numbers, but you have to be. Okay? You have to be involved with numbers. At some point, you're probably going to take some risks, but calculate rent, gas, airfare, utilities, food, like all these things that can add up to a lot in your daily expenses, okay? So you've got your daily or monthly expenses, and you've got those set, right? That you need at least that much to live every month. So that's baseline. Otherwise, you're going to be falling behind and getting really stressed. If you have like thousands of dollars in credit card debt, do not go on an audition tour. Find a way to pay off your credit card debt. If you're in a hole, if you're in a real shitty hole, do that before going to pursue a performing career, because it will catch up with you. And taking flights, taking lessons, having coachings when you're out of school is really expensive. I just can't emphasize enough to take a real look at your finances. It may not be perfect, and that's fine, but if you know that you're in a real hole, just figure that out first and see if you can get yourself on your feet, because that will give you confidence and that will give you health. The emotional work that it takes to audition year after year is really hard. The key to having any type of successful business with longevity is consistency. You have to build something that you are able to keep consistent with. You need to take a look at what you can actually do. Don't plan the year based on your most free months. Plan your year based on your busiest months. One thing I really wanted to mention, I know this video is kind of all over the place. I promise I'll get better. But one thing I just wanted to mention, maybe it could help you put things in perspective. We don't generally get paid a lot. So why do we do this? There's gotta be a thing that has motivated you to enter this career. Always come back to that when you're in your hardest moments, because you can get really bogged down with the injustice of a lot of things. And of course, those need to be addressed, and they deserve a lot of energy. But for your longevity and your health, because we need art in the world, come back to why you're doing this. Why are you here? Why are you working so hard? Keep that in mind. And that will help you make decisions too for your own health and your own well-being as an artist, to keep you going for a long time. Thanks for tuning in today. This is our comfy coffee chat, and I'll see you next week.